Hey, good afternoon. This is Bob from Trade Genius. It's the 4th of May, and it's a Wednesday evening. And I wanted to start off with SPY. And before I get into the chart, I just wanted to talk statistics to you and what I think is going to happen next and what's been kind of throwing off the normal stats. So when you look at trading the market, you want to put as many of the historical edges in your favor. And for the month of May, the first 3 days of the month are positive days. The When you look at days of the week, typically Monday is the weakest day, not necessarily down, but statistically it's a red day. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday are up days, but Thursday in a bull move is typically a red day, but overall it's a green day. And but we've been living in opposite world. So we've had Friday's usually an up day, it was down. Monday's usually a down day, it's up. Tuesday and Wednesday are usually up days, they were down. And I think what's causing some of these issues is Japan's been off all week. And I think I'm going to finally get it right. They should be back trading tomorrow evening for our Friday market. And last night you saw the yen stop going up. And when the yen goes down, it creates liquidity or borrowing power that they tend to then buy the market. It's a risk on event. And China then devalued last night, so it kind of slowed things down. But the market, once it opened, it just didn't really go down. It just kind of hovered at a price. And if we just go look at a kind of maybe like a 15-minute chart here, let's do that first. Is that once the day started, it just held. So there was no enthusiasm to go any lower. And my feeling is that the traders know that they could get ambushed tonight with Kuroda. He sent a note out saying he didn't like the manipulation in the yen, which is code word for saying I think the yen is getting too strong for my satisfaction, and we may intervene in the market sometime between now and the open. And I think that kind of held the close. Held the low all the way into the close, and then toward the end of the day, kind of pushed back up. I was watching this head and shoulder pattern. Ironically, we almost got down to the 204 number that for the first head and shoulder, and then the market just kind of drifted up, and the risk came off a little bit too, and XIV got pushed down from yesterday down into the mid 25 area, and that pushed all the way back up to the mid 26. I'll show that in a second. And now we're back up to the 205.30 area. At the same time, the biotechs got washed out. And so my view is that, and what I'm playing for tomorrow is I'm playing for a green day. In fact, I'm playing for a green day tomorrow and Friday. When you get days, what I call a week down, which is, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're down. Thursday, typically around midday after Europe closes and after about 1:30, you get a reversal because people who've been short are going to close. And my view is that if the Japanese don't intervene overnight tonight, they're definitely going to intervene when they open the markets up. And I think that's going to push the market higher. Now, I still think this bigger head and shoulder is at play. And so I'm looking for probably not this lower high to get violated, which would ideally for me and the way I'm positioned right now, I would love for this thing to push up to this number right here, which is around 207. I still have my short puts on a ratio with my long puts dated out 2 weeks, and I'd love to be able just to dump those off and then be able just to hold just puts directly for the next down move, which looking at the hourly chart here, we could be good into Friday and then going into Monday, roll over again. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, how I'm playing it right now. There's definitely no real intensity here, although that could change. And the momentum's pushed up, and this angle is a lot stronger than this angle. So if we get a pop, then I'll just wait for it to roll over. But in the meantime, That's how I'm thinking about it, and we'll know pretty quickly if by Friday midday this market's not higher, then I think there's some serious things going on, and we're better positioned to be a lot shorter. Then I'll have to eat my losses on the biotechs that I have. And so just real quickly here, a couple trades we took and then took off is on Tuesday. Yes, Wednesday. So yesterday I put on a GLD put. I put it out to our subscribers, and and we covered here when it was going into that first gap fill. And there's another gap fill down here too. I don't think the move down in gold is done, but I think there's going to be enough of a relief rally that I had enough leverage on with these options I took off. We made really good money. We were up 65 or 70%. Got in at like 130, got out at 230. So 30-40% we made on the move. And then the other trade that we took, we put on a dust trade at 139 here, and we put it on here because it drifted down to 125 on us, and then it's just been climbing, and we got out at 172. Again, it was a subscriber call we made, so that's a beautiful move. I think dust is going to keep going up. I'm not going to play dust. I'll play in the future, play GDX puts instead, and just because I don't like the grind. I just knew we were so oversold that we had a bounce coming. So I think the miners seasonally, as you probably are aware, that between now and the end of June, you really want to stay away from all the commodities. So you want to stay away from the metals, the miners, XME, and GLD and SLV. Um, so that's kind of what I want to talk about now. We'll talk tomorrow again on the major markets, but later tonight I'm gonna do some more just individual stock picks when I have a little bit more time, and look for some opportunities for us to buy. And I'm also going to do a report on China. I think they're in big trouble, and so I want to talk about what I see happening, what they're doing, and how we're going to profit from it. So anyway, you guys have a great evening, and check back for some more videos. Have a great night.